My name is John and welcome back. This is my Ariens 11528, 11.5 horsepower Tecumseh engine, 28-inch clearing width. This is the deluxe model, so it came with heated grips and a headlight. I've had this snowblower now for about 20 years, and I can tell you it's truly unstoppable in the toughest conditions. If you need to cut through really deep snow or stacked high piles left by the snowplow, this snowblower can handle it. Heavy-duty steel augers, they're serrated so they can just chew right through ice. All steel construction. Even the chute is made out of steel. So on lesser brands, you have stamped augers and you have plastic discharge chutes. With the plastic discharge chute, you bang into something with it that you didn't see, could break it right off. Not gonna happen with this metal one. The controls on the Deluxe 28 are right there at your fingertips. There's no bending down and fooling around with the chute control, hurting your back. So the transmission, forward and backwards gear shifting, not side to side. Side to side is not intuitive. With this, you're in reverse, you want to go forward, slide it over, you can just push it up. That's in 6-gear transport, and then you can select any gear you want, front to back. Works extremely well. You want to adjust the chute, it's all right here at your fingertips. Silky smooth. Adjust the angle. Works extremely well. And the best part about a modern snowblower is just the drive features. So when you're locking down the drive lever, you can lock down the auger, and the auger will stay locked, allowing you to run the chute, adjust the angle, and keep working while doing those things. You don't have to stop, let go, fool around with the angle, fool around with the chute rotation. You can keep working and directing the snow as you go. So you want to shoot over a car, you want to make a micro adjustment, you don't have to stop. Just adjust it a little bit, adjust the angle. Works extremely well. The heated grips on here, flip the switch. The heated grips are going when the thing's running, are amazing. I wouldn't have it any other way. You can even wear light gloves or no gloves if it's not that cold. They get pretty hot. The machine is very easy to operate, super simple. And keep in mind this is an older machine, so it's going to be lacking some of those modern features if you bought a brand new Ariens Deluxe today. And really the main difference is going to be the engine and the differential. The engine on here is a Tecumseh. The new model will be the LCT Snow engine. The other difference is going to be the differential. The differential on new Ariens has an auto turn feature, so you can make really sharp turns. With this one, the tires are locked up the whole time. So if you want to make a turn, you're either going to have to slide the machine on the snow or go through the gears forward and reverse to turn it around. The new machine, so much easier to use as far as turning, but this is a very simple machine, and on the used market, you want simple. This just has a friction disc and a dry plate, so all you have to do is just do regular maintenance to keep this thing up and running. This Ariens comes with an aluminum gear case. If you're buying a new one, it'd be a cast iron gear case. The augers on here are very high quality and extremely durable compared to what's on the lighter duty, home grade stuff out there. You can shop around and know what brands those are. These augers really have the ability to grind up ice through the snow drifts and that kind of thing. Multiple grease points on here, keep the whole thing from getting seized up from all the corrosion. Also shear bolts, and this is one of the most things you need to know about a two-stage snowblower. You can't hit anything extremely hard and unmovable with these augers because the shear bolts break. When I first got this, first day I had it, went out, we had some nice deep snow. There was the Saturday newspaper on everyone's driveway, and I picked up 4 newspapers and I broke 4 shear pins on basically the first hour. And I was so mad at the machine, it just would not work right. I couldn't figure out why. Is because it just kept breaking the shear pins. That big newspaper just clogged it up and broke the pins. So just be aware, you can't really touch anything really hard or have it get completely clogged up because you'll just break the shear bolts off. This Ariens originally came with steel skid shoes. If you try to run steel skid shoes on concrete, they will like to catch the ground. On asphalt, it slides right over. Concrete, it will catch. So we put rollerblade wheels on here to make our life so much easier. And eventually Ariens came out with these plastic skid shoes, and that's what I have on now. Works completely fine on concrete. So to start the Ariens, it's fairly simple, and this is a cold start. This will give you a good idea how I start this every time. I store this with no gas in the carburetor. You turn off the gas valve, you run the engine out of gas, but then it has a little button on the bottom where you can drain the fuel out of the bowl. So the winter time comes again, put fresh gas in it, and it's ready to go without any trouble. No cleaning carburetor, no fooling around. Fires up every time. And this is how I do it. You set the choke, you prime it until you see gas drip out the carburetor. It will land right here on the frame, and it will fire up 1 or 2 pulls every time. Let me show you. Bring up the throttle, prime it until you see the gas drip out. There we go. Set the choke. So it started on the second pull without any real trouble. I let the gas drip out. There's no air filter on here, so you don't have to worry about a fire or anything like that. So just prime it until you see the gas drip out. It'll fire right up, 1 or 2 pulls every time. One really important thing I want to cover about a 2-stage snowblower is just the dangers of the snowblower. 2-stage snowblowers get clogged no matter what. If you pick up wet, slushy material off the street that the snowplow has come by, salted the area, that mixture of frozen and wet material will clog one of these up. And a lot of times it's so tempting to reach down in here with your hand and just clean it out. So with the Ariens and a lot of snowblowers today, they come with this little tool that you clean the thing out with. I almost had a mishap with mine years ago when I first got it. I reached in there, didn't lose my fingers, but things happen real quick and it is very dangerous. So just be aware, when this thing's running, it's always going to be dangerous. You can catch yourself in the front, so you don't want to operate this around anyone. This is a pile of snow pushed up from the snowplow that has turned into ice, and the Ariens has no trouble chewing right through it. You have to allow it to process the material, but you can get through it. You can imagine this at the end of your driveway, now having to come out with a shovel and chop through it. It can easily be removed with the Ariens. This is 12 to 14 inches of snow, and this is the reason why you buy a big snowblower. Fairly long driveway, a lot of snow to take care of. Imagine going out here and trying to shovel this. That'd be a nightmare. Big snowblower just makes your life so much easier. We haven't been getting really big snows in the last couple of years, so I mainly use this big snowblower to tackle snow drifts left from the snowplow, so I don't waste my paddles with the single stage snowblower.